So when I call your name, you are going to get your award. You're going to come on stage. You're going to do high fives, handshakes, all love in here. You got 15 seconds at the mic, and then we're going to exit stage left, all right? The first person to secure her first corporate deal is Talithia Beverly. Talitha.
I know you're going to time me.
No, I just want to say your name correctly, Talitha.
That's right, Talitha. I'm so happy to be a part of this program. I do want to say, who's read Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell? So the 10,000 hours, right? Most of us in this room have 10,000 hours in our own craft, but we don't have the 10,000 hours to make us experts in sales. This lady right here. That's why we joined the program, because we need to be experts in sales and on and selling all the time. And this is a great exposure. Every touch point, every lesson, these ladies, everybody has been wonderful, and I just want to say thanks. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Giving me a little bit more. Of course. I love it. Up next, her first corporate deal, Sequina Luckett. All right, up next we have Alexis Overstreet. Come on, Alexis.
Hey, girl. Can we have some more music, please? I'm going to try to do this without a shaky voice. What I really want to say is I love you big. I love you so big. As someone with a successful, I'm a practicing psychotherapist, and someone with a successful practice, moving into the wellness, boutique firm and brand, 12% has helped me collapse time. Yeah. And as an entrepreneur, like, I can't tell you how valuable that is, because oftentimes I run out of hours, right? There's not enough hours to do what I need to do. And for me to have the information that you've given me, when I tell you I show up doing the things that you have given us, and the response that I get, you can tell that they don't have that care with other folks. And it puts me way above the mark. And I'm just very grateful to be here. It's nice to have met everyone, and thank you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah.
All right, I love it. And just so you know, a few people who are getting awarded, they might have left. So if I don't see you hop up, we're going to keep the party going. And if you know that you're getting honored, if you want to kind of start lining up, that way we can speed up the process to make sure everybody gets honored and recognized. Up next, securing her first corporate deal is Kai Townsend.
So, Quinn, you said something earlier today. You said half of the battle is showing up, right? Okay, so Liz and her amazing team, they show up every day for you. I've never met someone and a team so invested in your success. But what I love is that they also inspire you to show up for yourself. So I'm thanking you, and also thanking me for showing up.
All right, up next, if you know that you have secured a 5-figure corporate deal, this section of the program is for you. Now, 5-figure deals are really important because that got a comma in it, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, they both do. They could, depending on what it is, right? So this is something that we want to recognize as well. So we're going to celebrate and honor our 5-figure corporate deals. The first person is Dr. Mag Atom.
Y'all, I came to this program working so hard, looking this small. I will not even acknowledge the PhD I killed myself working for. And I'll do all the work, and my bosses will take the credit. This woman right here. Liz, I want you to know when you accepted me to this program, and your team, Laura and Nikki, I came like a sponge. You taught me, and you thought you were teaching one person. I just came back from Cameroon to teach women in data science. I opened the floor for 100 people. 400 people showed up. She told me to take up space. I took up space in Cameroon. The TV, the radio stations picked it up. They invited me back. I had 2 corporate deals in Cameroon. Before I got back, the university sent me a DocuSign without an interview for another 5 corporate deals. I am saying, Lee said, Mag, show up. Laura said, you go. I just took everything they said, told me to do. I didn't think about it. I didn't doubt it. I just repeated it. I also just signed. I went to do a proposal. And when I finished the proposal, we were 5 of us. They said, look, we're not even talking to the other people. Mag, you're taking this deal.
Oh.
And I went ahead and signed another 10-year deal to teach STEAM. This is science, technology, engineering, art, and math to children 4 to 18-year-old. And instead of 1 territory, they gave me 3. Just because I chose to believe in myself, show up, and listen to what my excellent coach had to tell me, and follow without doubting. I just want to say thank you for saying yes to this program.
She said 10-year deal. Did y'all hear that? A 10-year deal. Love it. All right, well, next we want to honor Erica Chestnut.
I'm not crying, so I'm not staying up here long. I don't know who said that, but you can kick rocks. Because I'm not doing it. I am a technologist. I guess I should look here. I'm a technologist. And I'm a quality person. And I'm like a quality at my core person, like quality in service, quality in people, consideration. And I won't tell you the journey that I went through to sign up for this program, because, but the way that woman showed up,
the way that she showed up, the integrity, the heart, and the passion is every way that I try to show up in my life, and I struggle when others don't reciprocate. And this woman showed up. She dropped what she was doing. She got on a call, and she showed up with so much integrity and passion in the conversation. It was on her face. It is deeply embedded in her soul how much she wants to see us win. And if you are not in this program, if you are on the fence, and please let you know, there is at no point where any of the coaches have said, please tell people how much you love the program. At no point. This is... And then the coaches, the way that they show up consistently, and then the people that she surrounds herself with and bring to this room and this stage, I am in awe. So thank you. Thank you. I am so grateful to all of you. I love you.
All right, up next, she is not here, but we're going to honor her name in her absence, is Sherelle Francis. Let's give her a round of applause. Up next, a 5-figure corporate deal closer is Antisha Guyton.
Okay, so I had to write some things down. I'm not used to being on stage. I actually haven't been on a stage since last year when I completed the 12%. Liz, I want to say thank you for everything you do and for championing for all of us to think bigger. My first 5-figure contract was working for a racial justice project. I want to share something real quick. On June 2nd, 2023, a 35-year-old mother of 4 was killed by a white neighbor in front of her 9-year-old son while protecting him from racial violence. As a mother of 2 sons myself, I was personally moved by what happened to AJ and thought that that could have easily been me. So last summer, after a call for design services, I did some pro bono work to support the organization behind the Campaign for Justice for AJ Owens. So then I worked with them, not thinking that one day that would turn into a 5-figure deal. If you want to learn more about AJ Owens, visit justiceforaJOwens.org to learn more about her story. And also to help amplify the case, they'll be going to trial August 12th. So then that work turned into, of course, another contract for me, working with the same organization, working with the foundation. Never did I imagine that that type of work would be my corporate deal. I hope to one day work with a big corporation, but for now, it feels good to know that I'm doing something to help the community. And it lets me know that my purpose is to help others through the creative services that I offer people. So I owe all to this movement that you created, because before joining the 12%, my mind was a lot smaller on what I could do, but now I know I can do so much more. Thank you all.
Congratulations. Up next, we are celebrating and honor Miss Erica Roberts.
I did not realize I was coming up here. So I am Erica M. Roberts. I am the founder of 2 organizations. X is Possible is my for-profit, 6-figure business. Pathways to Excellence is my nonprofit, 6-figure business. And in both, I drive individuals and organizations to achieve their fullest potential. And in doing that, we work with leaders, we work with individuals. And I was thinking as I was walking up this long walk, what is the thing that brings that tear to my eye when I think about the results? And it's helping those people, Quinn is gonna hate the help, leading those people, driving those people to overcome whatever self-imposed obstacles they have. And so when I think about Liz J. Simpson, the word that comes to mind, and I am inspired by it, is the audacity.
That's a great word.
Come here. Come here.
She's like, no.
Because not only do you have the audacity to create the thing that they say you cannot create, but you plant that seed of audacity in every single woman here. And I'm another Erica, so we come with it. That means power, by the way, if you didn't know. And I'm an audacious chick. I'm a badass chick.
Say that.
But this woman has brought out a level of audacity in me that I didn't have before. And so I appreciate you. Now, you ready for this? One more thing she don't know yet. When I stood, no, don't take me off yet, because when I stood here last year getting my award from 12%, I was just like, I'm already 12%.
Yes.
I'm gonna go for the, what was it, 2%?
1%.
1%.
1%.
And yesterday,
Come on now.
I got an email. I don't know if we got it yet,
No.
but we had the audacity to go for it, 7 figures.
I don't know, but I feel a 1% club coming on. So after you graduate from 12%, you can upgrade to the 1%, right? Giving Liz more work out here, right? I love the success stories. Up next, closing her 5-figure corporate deal, Tashana Thompson.
What a difference it makes to be in a space where you're seen. So Liz, I watched you for 2 years before I decided to come into the program. And when I tell you, thank you for your yes, because of your yes and you saying yes to the call on your life, we are able to see the fruit of your labor. And I just say thank you. And, you know, in my work, I give brilliant women the permission to shine through visibility. And when I tell you, sometimes you need someone to be you for you. Y'all know about that? So I just thank you for this award, for this space, for seeing me. Thank you to Nikki, my coach. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you again.
All right, so let's give one more round of applause for all the 5-figure honorees. Now repeat after me, 6 figures. 6 figures. Say it with your chest, 6 figures. 6 figures. Now, these next group of women have closed not their first corporate deal, not 5 figures, but 6 figures in corporate contracts. So up first, we are going to honor my new friend, Miss Ariel Ari Belgrave.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. 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 I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean? Baby fat, just relax, front your own flat screen, baby.
Y'all seen all the energy, but y'all don't see a Terry Ari. Damn it. So when I think of Liz, these are the words that always come top of mind. This ain't the time to be humble. It rings in my ear often. Liz, thank you. I came into 12% not feeling like I was enough. And I needed to do more in order to land contracts. And I actually never really added more. I just needed a better mindset and more abundance, and that did it for me. Actually, I'm a boss in these streets. So you'll hear a little bit about my story when I speak with Liz in a bit, but thank you, 12%.
Up next to celebrate her 6 figures in corporate deals is the terrific Tamika Bickham.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. 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 I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean, baby?
You know you took what I was going to say. This is not the time to be humble. But you know that this has been totally transformational for me in my business over the last year. I will say that I've closed multiple 5-figure corporate contracts and my first 6-figure corporate contract in this last year, which has now turned into a multiple 6-figure contract. This year, we're on track to double our revenue, but more importantly than that, our profit is over 35%. And you know what those numbers looked like last year. So I would just say that no matter where you're sitting today, a year from now can look so, so different. And I just thank you so much, Liz, Laura, Nikki. This has meant so much to me, my team, and just everyone that we support. And at the end of the day, I realized that what I didn't do or didn't have coming into this was really valuing the impact that we create. We had all of the talent and the skills and the level of excellence that I know we deliver with, but at the end of the day, we just didn't value ourselves the way we needed to and my business, and you really gave that to me, so thank you.
All right, up next to celebrate her 6-figure corporate deal, we have the lady in red, the amazing Amelia Mimi Brown.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T, do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car, 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
Borrowed belief. Borrowed belief is when you latch on to someone else's belief in you until yours kicks in. And this lady gave me incredible borrowed belief. Part of my story is I had Been a full-time entrepreneur for 3.5 years. COVID hits. We all know that story. I went back kicking and screaming to a 6-figure job. And when it was time to let that 6-figure job go, Liz told me it was time to let it go. And I reluctantly made that meeting with my boss, sat down with him in that coffee shop, said to him, it's time to go. I'll give you as much time during the first quarter to do it. I said, hey, I would love to consult with you. Words that Liz gave me, and he said, no. And my heart sank, and I said, oh my God, what do? I got a whole mortgage and a cat to feed. And I took a trip to Ghana for 11 days, went back to the motherland, got my soul cleansed. And on that 12th day, he said, let's talk about that corporate consulting contract.
I know that's right.
Sometimes you have to step out in faith, and you have to believe and lean into someone else's belief in you until yours kicks in. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you.
All right, up next to celebrate and honor her 6 figures in corporate deals, we have Kimberly Brown.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. 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 I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? Baby fat, just relax, front your own flat screen.
I feel like it's so hard to come up after so many people have gone before to try and say something different. First, like, we know that Liz and her team are incredible. So I don't want to necessarily talk about that because I'm proud to call Liz friend and coach. And 3 years ago, I would not have been able to do what I've been able to do without the confidence. A very little bit about my story. Over the past 3 years, I left my job, I got divorced, I had brain surgery, I had COVID 2 times. And the thing I think about when I think about Big Money Movement and the 12% is that it gave me lifelong skills that you learn at one time and you do that again and again, and you get better and you get better and you get better. And it's something that's with you for the rest of your life, which is what you can't necessarily say about so many programs and experiences that we have. It only gets better. So I thank the team and I thank Liz for lifelong skills and also lifelong community. Some of the women in this room are my rocks and have helped me when I did not know what I was going to do. So thank you. Thank you.
All right, up next to celebrate her 6 figures in corporate deals, we have Dr. Shauna Murray Brown.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
So I've already been up here one time, but I do have a small story to share, and that is just before I went on my 6-month sabbatical, I had finished, I defended my dissertation where the super awesome and amazing Liz was present, and I secured a multiple 6-figure deal, and they knew I was going on sabbatical, so we signed the contract, and then I went and laid down. And they waited for me to come back from my sabbatical. They wanted to make sure that they was on the roster. And I just have to let you know that I learned that I was, is there a child in here? Yeah. Okay. I learned that I was the bomb.com from none other than the creator of Big Money Talk. Okay, all right. So that's it. That is recognize that they will wait, honey, if you know that you are worthy of being waited for.
Up next to honor her 6 figures in corporate deals, we have Leslie Brewington.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own car.
To be a good leader, you must be a good follower. And one of the first things I did was follow Liz on LinkedIn. That little gift of following Liz on LinkedIn, she left me a message in my voice note box. And I have to say, hearing you pronounce my name is like honey to my soul. I love it every time it comes and I live for it. So once I joined the accelerator, within 2 weeks, I had consumed about 60% of your content. 4 months after, 3.5, 4 months after joining the accelerator, I realized I was in the 12%. It's been a long time coming to get to this point. You know the story, and some of you do as well. The trip to Atlanta this week, I made it, and you will too. A couple of weeks ago, Liz sent out an email to everybody talking about goals. I read it, and I went and looked at mine. And I realized that I had set a goal for myself with a business loan that the bank wouldn't give me. And I'm on track to hit my loan goal that the bank said, we weren't going to fund you a loan because you can't do it in the first year. I hit that goal. I'm realizing I hit that goal 7 months in. I responded to Liz and I said, Liz, I hit my goal. I hit my low goal. I'm going to hit my high goal. And she said, what's your next goal? I'm working on that next goal. Prior to coming this week, I sent out 3 proposals, got back 1 contract, and 2 companies asked for my ACH bank routing information. I'm here to tell you that doubt is a big thing. Doubt is a big thing, but prayer is bigger. I thank God for the vision that he gave me of something I could not see a year ago. I thank my husband for the belief to build this thing. I thank Liz and her team for the empowerment and the tools to do it. One of the things I'll leave you with is what I've always challenged myself with is to put passwords, select words in my passwords for my computer, my email, that validate the things I wanted to do. So the investment I made in you is an investment in my family because it is going to change how my family operates now and how it will operate into the future, 1 generation, 2 generations, 3 generations down. So the password I put in my email or one of my accounts is generational wealth. I wish that to all of you. Many blessings in the year ahead. Thank you.
All right, we still have some more wonderful women. Just out of interest of time, remember 15 seconds is what you have to thank and love up on everybody. This is the time where I really, really, really need the summary and not the sermon, all right? But we will honor you, we see you, we appreciate you. We're not trying to cut you short, we're just trying to stick with the program. Is that okay? Up next, I think she left, but I still want to honor her anyway. Brittany N. Cole. Did she leave? Oh, she's here? Oh, she's here. Okay, perfect.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man?
Now unto her, all the hers in here, who are able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you could ask or think according to the power that is at work in you. Liz J. Simpson, the stimulus team, present and prior, you have elevated a level of belief, not just in me, of the women in this room, where things that we didn't believe were possible. When I was sitting at a desk at Pfizer thinking, how am I gonna double my salary? And 3 months after I made the largest investment in myself that I've ever made, Liz, I don't know if I told you this, but Big Money Movement at that time was the largest investment I had ever made at one time in myself. 3 months later, first six-figure deal. So the work works if you work it and if you believe that you already got everything you need to thrive. Thank you.
All right, up next we have Miss Carol Morris.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
Okay, my favorite thing Liz ever said to me was, "Aren't you cute?" Do you want to know why she said that to me? Because I raised my prices, but not enough. You can run, but you cannot hide, Liz. You know you said those words to me. But you know what? Every time I think I've done enough, I think to myself, well, aren't you cute? So, obviously, I thank Liz. She knows I love her. She's like my work wife. I don't know. But you know what I want to do really quick is I want to shout out Liz's family. This is where I might get a little verklempt. Thank you for sharing her with us. Thank you. That's all.
All right, up next, celebrating 6 figures in corporate contracts, Jacqueline Hawk.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own car.
All right, I got my time. 2 things. I shared this with Liz already, but I want to say, we've talked about how Liz builds you up. Liz also, she didn't give up on me. When I was doing the Big Money Movement, I'd also mentioned I had my daughter, and I had this dream of taking my business even bigger. And with the Power of the Ask, teaching women, like letting you unleash your voice to ask for what you need to be happy and thrive. And when we sat down one night, and she's like, here's this plan I have for you. And I was like, that's my business dream, and I also have a dream of being a very present mother the way my mother was not. And when I left the Big Money Movement, I felt like I was leaving that part of my business dream to go be a mom. And a lot of it went like this. So when I received the email from Liz to actually come speak here, I was like, what, who, me, how? But it actually gave me a different perspective, and even being here, that I did accomplish my goal of a 6-figure business. 1 contract to work 4 hours a week for this woman, while actually being a present mom, working her framework of what I could, given the time and capacity, as well as my own framework of asking for what I wanted. And my ask of you ladies, which is funny, we were like, both of us forgot copies of my book, and neither of us asked you about it. So here is my ask. You are each building businesses. There are things you need to ask for to have your business your way, not the way that everybody else thinks you should do it. Okay, unless it's Liz and her team. But you're gonna get a lot of influences. You need to know your core, your center. You need to be able to ask for that. And you also need to be able to ask the people around you for the support so you can be able to do it, or even if you are a mom or a partner, the time to be able to do that too. And actually being here made me realize I did achieve my dream, just in a different way. So, Let that be you, whatever your dream looks like, but you've got to ask for it. And then my plug is the book, the Power of the Ask workbook, is your framework and your Mad Libs for plugging in all those crazy thoughts you have to talk to people and ask for what you want. So go do it your way. You absolutely can. And thank you for not giving up on me.
Up next, we are highlighting Miss Alicia Houston.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad bro.
I will be very quick. My life is my ministry, and my ministry is fully funded. Remember that. And that is because Liz said yes to being the vessel to everything God called her to be, and she is the answer to my prayer. So remember, people are praying for you. So thank you, Liz.
Up next, celebrating her 6 figures in corporate deals, we have Dominique James.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
I don't know if I shared this yesterday, so I just want to reiterate it now. The battles that we fight are not only against people, or like the flesh and blood, but they're against systems. The old belief systems within ourselves, and those systems and institutions that will only change by force, and that's why we fight. And so we are the ones that we have been waiting for, and we are the experts. And one of the big things that I've learned from you, Liz, is we just have to remember who we are. So it's our time to rise, and Liz, thank you for rising, because that's why we're all here.
Up next, we have Ann Yopis. Ann, come on to the stage. All right, she has already left the building, so we're gonna move on and still celebrate her. Miss Kelly Parker, come on to the stage.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own.
This is so weird because I know how much money I've made, but I've never stopped to think about myself being in this category, but I guess the numbers check out, so here we are. So thank the Lord. But Liz knows she has changed my life. If she doesn't, she ought to know. I did not know I was a storyteller until you told me, literally. But what I wanted to share really quickly is I know what it's like to be in a room like this and feel close to it, but also feel very far away and wonder, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my moment? In fact, I was at this event last year and I was so discouraged in my business. So last year, Dell Technologies called me. I was so excited. I was like, this is it. This is my moment. And it fell through. And I was crushed. And I felt like nothing else is going to happen for me. That was my moment. And I blew it. But what I didn't know was a couple months later, I would close a $50,000 contract with another company. And I would use what I learned to do that. I would get them to pay me to research the problem. And they paid me to do that, and then it just went on from there. So I just want to encourage you, if you're in this room and you're still trying to figure out how it's going to come together for you, to keep working, to keep filing away everything that you're learning so that you can dominate. Thank you.
Up next, we have Dawn Carr.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own car.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. First of all, just thank you so much, Liz. I think I told you the story a while ago, but I joined the 12% in April of last year. And when I joined, I actually, when you sent an email about the 12% open up, I think it might have been even the first one after Big Money Movement, I opened that email while I was sobbing to another friend because my business was in such a rut that I couldn't make payments like the next month. I didn't know what I was gonna do. And that person who is not, when you guys talk about corporate, was in corporate, told me to quit and just come back into corporate. And while I was on the phone with her, I got your note saying that you had opened up, and the next note after that was a corporate contract that was almost the exact amount as your thing. So I used that to fund it. And I say that to say in January of this year, I closed my first true six-figure. Okay, I'll see you next year. But no, but I closed my first real true six-figure deal. And since January, I have bid 6 times on six-figure deals, and I've won 4 since then. So just closing that block is huge. That's my daughter, y'all. Shout out to my daughter, Faye.
Congratulations. All right, up next, we have Leslie Redmond. Leslie.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard. You a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
Grace and peace, everybody. So when I say don't complain, I need for you all to say activate. Don't complain. Activate. Don't complain. Activate. Don't complain. Thank you all so much. Again, my name is Leslie E. Redmond, and I am a professional speaker and strategist dedicated to unlocking exponential growth for corporate, business, community, and political leaders. I specialize in helping individuals to partner with the correct strategic partnerships to make sure that we are maximizing talent and also making sure that we are making impactful development. Amen? All right, and so my work spans from professional development, executive coaching, and also creating transformative citywide initiatives. If you are looking to elevate your leadership and to expand your influence, I would love to connect. And finally, a quick testimony from God. I want you all to know when I was sitting in this room last year, I was in my wilderness season. As I stand before you today, I am in my winter season, and God is just getting started with me. So I want you all to know that don't complain, activate is not just a saying, it is a lifestyle. So again, when I say don't complain, you all say activate. Don't complain.
Activate.
Don't complain.
Activate.
Don't complain.
Activate.
Amen. Thank you all.
I knew she was gonna give us a word when she put the award back here. I knew it was about to happen. She's, hold this for a second. Last and certainly not least, we are going to honor Ronnie Dickerson Stewart on closing 6 figures.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man? I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean? She got her own house, she got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard, you a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
A fact, there's a difference between being called, being qualified, and being equipped. I've been called and qualified. On a phone call a couple of years, even a year or so ago with Kimberly Brown, I was seeking community because I'd gone full-time into entrepreneurship and hustled real hard, painfully, to my first $300,000 or so in revenue, and was starting to build a company that looked a lot like the C-suite role I'd left and didn't want to go back to. Kimberly strongly recommended Liz as the person that you want to engage with if you really want to get this thing right, if you're building a business, because my equipment was shaky. So last summer, around this time, I did the 3-day intensive with Liz, and let me tell you, and then joined the accelerator, of course. The 3-day intensive alone, that's all, you know what I mean? That's all I needed, baby. I was ready. And then being a part of 12% was the icing on the cake, and the receipts have lined up after that. And yes, the receipts are contracts with companies for leadership development like Microsoft and Spotify and the top ad agencies globally. But the real receipts for me is if you drive about 40 minutes north of here, there's 3 big-headed little boys sitting on a couch somewhere watching Disney, waiting for mom to come home, and she's not on a plane to San Francisco one day or New York the next, pitching business and working in the interest of someone else's dream. And I'm building my own legacy because you were called, you're qualified, and you put qualified people around all of us, and you've done that for the last several days, and you are beyond equipped. And so thank you for allowing us to be an extension of your legacy and showing up and doing not just good work, but exceptional, necessary work. And I'm just thankful to be a beneficiary of your work. Thank you.
All right, let's give all of our first-time contractors, 5-figure contractors, 6-figure contractors a round of applause. I am now going to pass it to our fearless leader because she also has some awards and recognition that she would like to do. So let's give it up for Liz J. Simpson.
Wow, 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 wow. I'm so in awe of each of you. My heart is full. I know we have a program, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep it together. When we talk about landing corporate deals, we're all in the business of people. So it's not just landing a corporate deal with this imaginary entity. There are people behind the scenes who are advocates and champions who believe in our work as women business owners and bring us in. And so I want to honor a few champions who have been partners with me on the journey. First and foremost, there's a team I want to recognize. I want to recognize the JP Morgan Chase team. It was specifically, yes, give it up. Now, I know they're not all here. I'm not even sure if Sama is still here. Hey, Sama. Sama, can you come up? As Sama comes up, I want to say that my relationship with JP Morgan Chase started with Danielle Davis, which keep her in her prayers. She had some health concerns, and I text her almost every other day checking on her, so she couldn't be here. But I met Danielle Davis, and what you all have to realize is this is a new movement. And so I don't take it lightly when I meet individuals and I explain to them the work that we're doing and they buy in. And why I want to recognize the JP Morgan Chase team is because I talked to Danielle. She connected me with Robert Hines. Brandon Morris was here last year. I've been to countless JP Morgan Chase private events in the last couple of years, brainstorming and strategizing how we can expand the impact of our work. And so when I think of JP Morgan Chase, I think of an entire covering, an entire team that's partnered on this. So Salma, if you will accept this award on behalf of them, and if you have anything to say.
I just want to thank Liz for the opportunity to be here. This is the second year, and we're already planning for the next 5. So, so that's in conversations already. So we see this, we appreciate you, and it's going to be bigger next year. Thank you.
The next person I want to recognize has become like a brother to me. Like, he's been such a blessing. So I met him in New Orleans at the NMSDC conference. And it's crazy because you know you go to events and you think it's going to be one thing. And it literally was like the last event, I'm in the line getting drinks. It's the point of the event. Like, it's a 3-day event. You're not letting your hair down. You're like, I'm done. I've pitched everybody. I'm getting my drinks and I'm about to catch my flight, right? So I'm getting my drink, and a friend of mine was like, this is such and such from Amazon. You should talk to him. And I was really, less poised than I might normally be because this is the end of the event and I'm now gathering drinks. And so I was a lot more direct and, you're about this life for real? You really want to support women in business? Well, let's talk. And he was like, yeah, absolutely, I'm about this life. Now, I don't think he understood I have a movement of 15,000 people. So being about this life for the last 2 years has meant his LinkedIn inbox has been flooded with messages. But this individual has single-handedly championed our work. There are countless women in our movement who have had Amazon contracts because of this man right here. He earmarked dollars for the women in our movement. He has come to Barbados. He's been on a podcast. And he's gone above and beyond the call of duty. So please join me in celebrating my friend, Paul Adamson.
Calling all night. I can pull the wool when I'm being polite. Darling, calling all night. I can be a fool when I'm being polite. Oh me, oh my. I know many women want to be in my life. Like, oh me, oh my.
I ain't gonna be long here because I usually talk too much. But I just want to say, as a man being in the space that I'm in and opening the doors, I know y'all struggle. I'm married to a woman entrepreneur who also works in corporate. I'm married to a strong black woman who lost her father, so she doesn't really have that influence. So I got to play multiple roles, and understanding how you guys play multiple roles, right? I do this as a labor of love, but also as a civic duty that we have to continue to create that space. And despite what many people think, I'm a team of one, internally at Amazon and externally. So the time that I give, it comes at a great expense, like Liz does for her family. So I want to shout out to bro in the back. You know, we sacrifice a lot to make sure that we're here, and we're bringing our friends and we're putting the people in position. So you saw my friend Trinice come out, right? So just continue to put the pathways in place so other people can follow and carry the work. So I encourage you all, as you continue to build, not only look across this room because there are a lot of solutions in place for the things that you need, but also continue to lift up not only the women, but the men in your lives who need to see how powerful and how courageous your journey is through entrepreneurship. So I just want to also thank all of you guys too, and especially Liz and team. I've learned so much more of how to be a better business advocate, how to be a better mentor myself, how to be a better coach, how to be a better husband, how to be a better friend, and especially how to be a better man. So I thank you all.
All right. Last but definitely not least, there is a very special woman in the room who represents a logo that's all over the building. So I practice what I preach. There's no magic or mystery. My relationship with many of the individuals I have has come through LinkedIn and outreach. And we were coming here last year to Atlanta, and I wanted to have advocates to talk to you all. So I was sending as value-driven, thoughtful, many LinkedIn messages as I could. And this woman responded to the LinkedIn DM and was like, yeah, of course, I'm open to coming. And we jumped on a conversation and just had an amazing brainstorming session. And to me, last year, her and her teammate delivered one of the most powerful workshops we had last year at our conference, which was the power of the pitch. And then from that conversation, it has just rolled into so many ways that we could partner. And they are the first partner who put true dollars behind the partnership, because for those of you who do not know, I am a bootstrapped organization, and we put our own blood, sweat, tears, investment, the business's money, and my personal money into doing events like this. And so to have someone say, hey, this new thing, speaking of being high risk, I'm a high risk. There are institutions that have existed for decades to do this work. I'm just a bold, audacious, young Black millennial woman with no college degree that decided that I could build a global movement and be the change that I wanted to see. And I want to give my flowers to this beautiful woman who saw me and said, I will see this dream and this vision and support you not just with words, but with check. So please help me in celebrating Makita Matthews from Delta Airlines.
I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty, acting stupid. What was happening? What was happening? I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty, acting stupid.
I'm tall, so I'm gonna take this off. All right, gosh, so much to say. But first, I want to say congratulations to all of you. Thank you to all of you. You know, I sit behind a corporate desk, right? But I'm really inspired by all of you. There's so much that you all said that I thought, oh, I gotta talk to Liz. I think we could, you know? No, really, but I wouldn't have a job without you all, right? Supplier diversity exists to find you all. So thank you. Secondly, Liz, we love you. Hashtag Delta loves Liz. I think I think I'm gonna try and make that a thing. No, but I've been in supplier diversity for a while and I've not seen this before. And so we are happy to be behind you. We're happy to continue to support, happy to be a part of this journey with you, you know? And sorry, I wrote a couple things that I want to make sure I forget them. Anyways, but you know, it's because of Liz and the work that you do, and you know, some of our other advocacy partners where I feel like I can channel my inner Paul, right, and go to my managing director's office. And the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, where is my money? You know, I will never forget that you said that. I said, oh, I love it, I'm taking it, thank you. But no, really, you all are doing great work. We are looking for your business. We're looking for your products. We're looking for your services, because we know that you can help us get to the airline that we want to be in the future, so thanks. And just a little shameless plug, I have to apologize for not being here every single minute. I would have been if our operations were operating like normal. But because I know you all flew Delta here, I actually have to leave here and I will be doing a shift at the airport. So come, let me love on you before you leave. I will be somewhere with a blue vest on, No, really, let me love on you. Let me give you any last pieces of advice. Just don't get me in trouble. Okay, thanks.
Everybody say 5 minutes. I know that was so amazing, and part of me wants to jump into the next part of the program, but I understand that there was so much emotion, so much passion, so much energy that I want to give you 5 minutes to kind of shake some things off, take your pictures, congratulate all of the winners, give Liz a chance to kind of quench her thirst, and when we come on back, you're going to hear from Liz and Ari and some of the amazing things they've been doing behind the scenes. So how much time do we have? 5 minutes. All right.